Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Michael, what's up? Claudia, what's up? Gabriel, what's up? Martin, what's up? Saloni, what's up? Blake, what's up? Okay, guys, it looks like everyone is nearly through over here. Can I have some yes in chat? Are we excited? We have our first major event. Today I'm teaching, right? I'm teaching plus. I am also giving you a market update. Who wants a market update? Say yeses in the chat. Who wants to know where's Bitcoin going next? I want to see yeses in the chat. Let's go. I'll give you guys a market update. I'll give you a market update. I even have 2-3 trades for you guys today to get us going for those who have not started trading or afraid to trade. Now we break that. We get rid of that and we start filling you with confidence. That's one of the biggest things you're ever going to learn in crypto is trusting yourself, okay? You got to get tons of information from everyone. But until you gain the confidence and understand that you are the king, you are the queen, you are the one in control of your finances, and you're going to start to learn to trust yourself. And the day you start learning to trust yourself, you basically prepare for both scenarios every single time. Okay, and from that, you become very powerful because you are not surprised if the market goes in either direction. It's either going to go the way you want it to do or it's going to go in the opposite direction, but you're prepared for both. You know how to take advantage of both. Okay, yes, now the chats are flying. There we go. Now this is better. This is better. Guys, remember, top and right, it's a part of your screen. You can see that little gallery section or the little camera section over there. You can click on it so you can say gallery, and you can see everyone that is a part of the family over here. So I'm going to be giving you guys some market updates today. I got a couple of trades for you guys today, especially for those who have not started their trading journey. I want you to start today. I want you to break the ice. I want you to know that it's not so bad and not so scary. Okay, and then I got a lot to teach you guys, and we're going to start off with the beginning phase, the foundation for you to build your incredible journey, right? You can build the biggest tower in the world, but until you have a good foundation, it's going to limit you, okay? And small little cracks, you know, can end up making your tower fall down. So it all starts with the foundation, the basic things that you just need to always fall on top of, okay, and something that your foundation is going to be built on top. And it's a very simple strategy to be doing, and you're going to be doing that right now. Doesn't matter if you've been in crypto for the last couple of years versus I've just started. Okay, you got to go back and you got to go fix and make sure the foundation is ready for your chapter because we are in bull market phase. I spoke recently about us going into phase number 2, which is the accelerating phase. This is where things are about to speed up, about to go incredibly fast, right? And your dreams are going to start coming true. But the big thing here is the taking profits is going to be one of the hardest things you're ever going to have to do. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys a lot of basic techniques today and ways to control your emotions. Your emotions is the #1 key to control. This is going to help you with confidence. It's going to help you to understand what the market is going through. You're literally seeing millions and millions and millions of people buying and selling. That's what you're seeing. Some are fearful, some are greedy, some are bored, some have FOMO. Okay, and you are going to use this to fuel to know if you should be buying or actually taking profits. And not only that, today I'm speaking to the investors, to those who want to be day traders, to those who want to be swing traders. I'm speaking to all of you today because the technique is the same. Okay, the only difference is the data that you are looking at, okay, and the distances and the patience and all of these different things and the different part of your portfolios as well as where your money goes. So before I start off, can I see ones in the chat? You can all hear me. You're all excited. We're all ready to go. I want to see the ones. Let's go. Just pop a 1 in the chat. You can hear me. You're excited. You got your notepad. You even have your damn exchange ready. Okay? And you got a little bit of money over there to take a trade. Yes. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to start off with J here. She'll bring me back on. And then I'm going to start teaching you guys. And let's go. So J, let's bring you on. I'm popping off for a second. And then we go. Let's see, is J on?
He might be having some internet problems looking, but
she might be. If so, then I'm going to continue. I see the ones flying through the door. Okay, I'm going to get going so long. When Jiv's ready, so I'm going to quickly do Jivany's part. So, hi guys. A couple of rules.
I'm Jivany.
I'm Jivany. Okay, a couple of rules. Okay, make sure that your mic is on mute.
Yes,
okay, put on your camera. We can kind of hear you, Joe. We can kind of hear you. I'm going to take your part for now and then just check the internet. Okay, and then when that's sort of then we go. So for now, put me on. Okay, can we hear Jev now? Unmute yourself, Jev. Let's see. Okay, Jev, I'm gonna have to take you off for now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your signal's not good.
Can you hear me?
Your signal is not good.
Hello?
Okay, put me back. Let me go. I'll take control for now.
Okay,
Then,
cool.
then we get going. I don't know
Okay,
why,
cool.
but the signal's not doing so great.
Cool.
Okay, guys.
Sorry.
So cameras on. If you want them on, your choice, right? Make sure your mics are on mute. Okay. And when we do the questions at the end, remember the way it's going to work now is I'm going to come in hot. I'm going to come in and teach you guys, give you a bunch of things, and questions are at the end, right? Stay till the end. You'll have the entire of the Sniper Club team come on and answer all of your questions. Make sure you put your hand up. Those whose hands are up will get asked the questions first, and then you can also ask your questions in the chat. Leave it for the end because the chats are going to go crazy now, and I'm going to make sure they go crazy. So leave the questions for the end, and then we'll answer a couple of questions that are in the chat, as well as those who raised their hand. Okay, then after this, next week, we got 2 sessions. We got Tuesday session and we have the Saturday session. You got 3 big events, and today is the day we start educating. Today I start bringing stuff outside of the course, okay? And I basically take all the information that you've been going through week 0 and week 1, and I start helping you build the strategy, start putting everything together. Then you go watch a couple of videos, and then I see you on Tuesday. Then you watch a couple of videos, and I see you on next week, Saturday. So from here, today we're building your foundation. We're getting you going with all the basics. What do I mean by basics? It's not the basic stuff. Okay, it comes down to the stuff that is so important to know to build the rest of the tower on top of. Tuesday, we go into a lot of charting. Today, I will do some charts for you guys, by the way. Okay, and then obviously when it comes to the Saturday event next week, that's got some leverage involved. That's got building businesses. That's got how you put everything together. Okay, guys, so let's start off with a couple of things. You want a market update? Let's quickly give you guys a market update before I jump into the alpha. So this was my last stream. Can I have a thumbs up? Craig, you can see my screen. Here we go. Okay, how's this, guys? The last time I left you in Dubai, I was in Dubai. I did my show. I said, guys, I'm outie. I got to travel home. I left you guys with this chart over here. And look at that. I have not moved a single. I literally just opened up my charts now as I've been with the family since I got home yesterday. And look at that, playing out beautifully. Okay, now I'm going to show you how emotions told me that the market was going to come back. And I'm going to show you what's going to start to happen next when it comes to emotions. Today is very much a lot about speaking about emotions and seeing them in the charts over here. So what I'm expecting now, guys, is I am expecting that the market is going to start breaking up pretty soon. Okay, and we're going to start a nice little rally within Bitcoin. And from here, we do obviously see the all-time highs are next. So what you could see here on a shorter time frame, just to zoom in slightly, you could see that the market had a little bit of a dip off and dominance has been going up. So a lot of people ask, why is the altcoins been sitting flat today? Do you see how Bitcoin over here is a little bit in the green for the day? And if you go down, you see majority of the altcoins are in the red over here. This is because the Bitcoin dominance, something I speak a lot about within my shows and that, is basically going up. When this is going up, you could see that this is strength within Bitcoin. So I want to quickly explain to you guys what is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance tells you out of the entire market cap, all the money that is sitting inside of crypto, how much of it is sitting in Bitcoin. Okay, you got to understand now, you got something called Bitcoin and you got altcoins. Altcoins are everything except Bitcoin. Okay, and Bitcoin's the king of crypto. This is the biggest asset. Again, it's up to 56% of the entire market cap of crypto. And what you have is you have these different seasons and cycles that come either in the high time frame as well as the small time frame as well, where the money will be taken from Bitcoin and injected into the altcoins. Okay, where money will be sold out of Bitcoin into altcoins, and then there'll be times where the altcoins will be sold into Bitcoin. So what you have is that different days or different weeks or different months, you will have strength, either Bitcoin strong and altcoins are not so strong at that point. They're holding back. And then you get to the point where Bitcoin starts getting sold into altcoins. So when you start to see that Bitcoin has hardly come down today, but the dominance has been going to the upside, you know, that means that a lot of altcoins are getting sold into Bitcoin at that time. Okay, and that is why you are seeing weakened altcoins today and you are seeing strength within Bitcoin. Okay, however, you can also see that there's a certain pattern that plays out when this is going on. Right now, as you could see, when Bitcoin is going down, okay, you are getting dominance go up. So that basically means when Bitcoin, because it's at 100K, remember 100K is a big significant area for Bitcoin itself, okay? When you're at 100K, they're trying to protect Bitcoin to hold 100K. So the moment that Bitcoin starts pulling back, altcoins are getting sold into Bitcoin to hold the price, okay? Then when Bitcoin decides to start going up, that dominance starts to come down. So the moment that you saw over here, you saw 2, 3 little green candles now. Just want to show you here. There's a couple of green candles now, and all of a sudden you see that the Bitcoin dominance starts coming down. So what that basically means is whenever Bitcoin is starting to feel the pressure to come down, the 100K or the main areas are trying to be supported, so the altcoins are getting sold into Bitcoin. And then the moment that Bitcoin starts to bounce up and starts to show strength, then it gets offloaded back into the altcoins. So what that means right now is when Bitcoin is going up, altcoins are going up more aggressive. They're going up stronger because the moment Bitcoin is going up, Bitcoin is getting sold into altcoins. Okay, when the market is coming down, it means altcoins are coming down harder than Bitcoin. So what you are seeing here is you're seeing that Bitcoin is definitely the slowest asset, but it's the biggest asset, the biggest market cap. The altcoins are the more volatile tokens. Okay, they're the ones that come down harder and they go up harder as well. Okay, and that's why it's so important to educate yourself, because those who buy late on altcoins, they go into a loss when the markets pull back, and a big loss because they don't realize that the altcoins are a lot more riskier than Bitcoin when the markets are coming down, but they're very powerful when the markets are going up. Okay, so automatically in your head as well, the way these things work, especially when it comes to your portfolio, when Bitcoin's been coming down for a long period of time, it's the best time to hold Bitcoin. Okay, and again, in this course, or in this school, I'm going to teach you guys how to know when that's going to happen. Okay, and then when the markets are going up, altcoins are the stronger ones. So you want to hold and you want to take on risk in altcoins when the market is ready to go up for a long period of time. And then when the market wants to start coming down for a long period of time, you want to get out of your altcoins and into Bitcoin. Okay, because ultimately Bitcoin is the strongest asset and the biggest asset, but that's how the markets work. Okay, so when bear markets come, for example, the last cycle where Bitcoin went from $69,000 to 15 or 20,000, you saw Bitcoin drop around 70 to 75%, close to 80% as well. Yet altcoins dropped up to 95%. Okay, so your altcoins dropped a lot within that phase over there too. So Bitcoin is strength to the downside and altcoins are strength to the upside. Okay, so just to jump back, I just want to clarify this. So every day when I'm bringing on Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin, I'm literally just tracking for the day that if I want to trade altcoins for the day, or I want to trade altcoins for a certain point, if this is going up, I'm not even wasting my time. If it's getting ready to go down and Bitcoin wants to go up, then I want to trade altcoins for the day. Okay, so what we are seeing now, just a quick market update. I do see the Bitcoin dominance come down hard. Okay, at any moment now, there is 2 scenarios. I'm just going to give you guys a quick market update, and then as I teach you, you'll start to understand a little bit more. I see this dominance going up, and then I do see another leg to the downside. And that for me is a bullish leg, and it's a strong bounce within Bitcoin. I do see it happening within the next 24 to 48 hours. I see a nice recovery from alts. And just to show you guys the total 3, you know, I show you total 3 every day on the shows. Total 3, because that Bitcoin dominance is showing you Bitcoin strength and obviously the Bitcoin price. Total 3 is the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and excluding Ethereum. Just looking at all the other alts except Bitcoin and ETH. And you could see what I'm seeing here, guys. At any moment now, I'm seeing a rocket ship from the alts to the upside over here as well. So a couple of trades for you guys. Okay, it's actually quite crazy. Look at this. This is literally what I called, and I haven't touched these charts since the last show. Solana is a great place right now to take a short-term trade. So I want to explain to this now. You've just done week 1 and week 0. And in there, you've just learned something called a trading journal. Okay? Today's the perfect time to take your first trade. Can I have 2s in the chat for who's never taken a trade before? Okay? Who's never taken a trade before? Pop 2s in the chat. Now's the perfect time to do it. And what you're going to do is you're going to take something called school fees money. Okay, which is maybe 0.5% of whatever money you have in crypto, or whatever money you want to put in. Okay, and you're going to break the ice today. You're going to take a trade. Okay, because you need to see how you become a different person the moment you take the trade. Okay, you're no longer yourself. Okay, and this is what you learn to master over a long period of time, is you start to learn how to control your emotions. Because the moment that you click that button and you enter the market, you're no longer there. Now your emotions start to step up, and you start to see how you start thinking a bit differently. When it goes up, you get very, very, very excited. When it goes down, you get extremely nervous. Okay, it starts to expose the emotions within yourself. Okay, that's why it's so important now to take something called school fees money and you take the trade. What you've also learned is you've learned stop losses and take profits, right? So today I want you to take a trade, okay, and I want you to put a stop loss and a take profit out, and I want you to leave it, okay? I want you to absolutely leave it. I'm going to help you with the trade, okay, to show you where to put your stop and where to put your take profits, and I want you to leave it. And you will see that either way that it's going to go, your emotions are going to start to open up very much. Okay, and this is a very important thing to do because it's going to start to open up a lot in the first couple of days, weeks, and things like that. And over time, you start having control over your emotions. Now, your emotions are the biggest things. They're going to be the best things about you, but also be your worst critic, right? It's also going to be the thing that's going to get you into trouble at times. Okay, so unless you know how to control them, sometimes your emotions are going to start overpowering the clear vision that you see in front of you. There's a lot of times that people are sitting in investments and trades and they know that it's going to come down or do more damage. They can see it, but somehow they don't want to believe it. And that's because their emotions are telling them that it's going to go to the moon. You're trying to prove yourself right. You're trying to do all these specific things. So your emotions become way more powerful. And I'm going to explain to you why, because the market is designed to do that. The market is designed to open up those emotions and to expand them very quickly. Okay? And you know what's even more crazy? Who's in the beginning here and wants to start leverage trading? You know, leverage trading, when you go that 10x, it's 10 times more emotions. Right? 10 times. This is what people don't understand. They just want to dip in their toes and just start leverage. If you can't even handle your emotions on spot, a lot of people come in and they start leverage trading, okay? And what that does is that's 10 times emotions that gets exposed. And that is what people can't handle, why they wipe themselves out and why they will get wrecked in crypto and then go tell everyone it's a scam and they won't come back for many years. Until Bitcoin is done 5x again, now they come running back and say, you know what, let me give it a try again. So they keep coming late to the party, okay? Because the moment that your emotions get exposed, you get afraid of that. You don't like that. You don't like losing. You don't like getting burnt, okay? I built my entire journey off of being burnt. Okay, the difference was I got burnt once or twice and I rectified it. I never quit and I continued. A lot of people get burnt and they run away. They run through the doors. We are not going to be that. Okay, so by opening up your first trade today, by being burnt or by being won, this is why it's school fees money today. It's not about making money on this specific trade. Okay, you got my shows, you got Sniper Club. There's tons of trades, tons of things that I'm giving you every day to make money. It's about exposing that emotion now. Okay, and see that, wow, okay, this gets me going because you're not going to stop staring at your damn computer or your phone for the next couple of hours now that you're in. You start to become obsessed. There is a very high dopamine with crypto and charts, extremely high. Okay, and that's what we need to do is we need to open up and get rid of that. When you get rid of that, before I give the trade, okay, when you get rid of that, and you start to understand these sort of things, you start to become very confident within yourself. Okay, the moment that you've seen your emotions and you see, wow, like this really guides me. Guys, who's been stopped out or been wrecked before and you keep getting wrecked? Okay, so not only do you get wrecked once, you get wrecked and wrecked and wrecked and wrecked and wrecked, and you're like, oh, never win, none of these things are happening, all these sort of things are done. Because the moment you got wrecked, you didn't like it, so instead of being patient for the market to calm down and wait, you went straight back in, okay? Because you wanted to prove yourself. That's your emotions. Your emotions are the one that's basically revenge trade, get back in, get back in, get back in. Especially when you get smacked and the market goes up after. You're like, you see, I was right. I was absolutely right. I'm getting back in. And then it comes down again and wrecks you again, okay? That is your emotions. That is you going all in and then not having control of them and things like that. So the trade here on Solana, I'll give this for you and then I'll pause the screen for a second. Okay, let me see if it is Solana. I actually really like Phantom. Phantom for me is also really good. So you can see my plans here on Phantom and within the rest of the market. But let's do Solana. Solana is a little bit more stable at this point and not as volatile. I don't want to emotionally destroy you. Yeah, I'm joking. But Solana is a little bit more stable than Phantom. Okay, guys, so your buy zones. So I'm going to give you a stop loss, a buy zone, and a take profit point. Okay, so remember, you got two ways to buy. You've just learned this now. You either buy by a limit order. That's something that I've been showing you guys on my show, where you have control of the price, but not the time, which means you are putting it at a level where you think it will go to if we are not at that level specifically now. Same when you're buying and same when you are selling. If you bought Bitcoin now, okay, you can set a limit order $120,000 that will sit there. And if price goes there when you're sleeping or you're not there and it hits there, it will sell out for you. So limit orders are there for when you don't have time. The biggest question that I have, or the biggest, I'm not going to say it in a bad way, but biggest excuse that I hear from people, I don't have time to stare at the charts all the time. I don't have these things. We have the tools that help you with that. Okay, all you got to do is pop your head in the morning, look at your charts, set your limit orders and your stop losses, and go away. Go work the whole entire day. Go do things. You don't have to stare at the screen all the damn time and do these sort of things. Okay, so there's so much tools. That's why I'm saying, like, people, they kind of run because they feel that they can't do it. They don't have time, stuff like that. Like, get that out of your head. You're going to make crypto suit your life. Okay, and again, I'm going to show you the information. So let's give you the trade over here on Solana. Your buy zone. Remember, and as you are as you are coming to the events and obviously doing to school, you'll understand why I'm saying the buy zone is over here, right? This is your buy zone. Your buy zone is here, and a lot of people will ask me now, where in the box do I buy all of these sort of things? I'll answer your questions now. So if we look at this over here, here is your buy zone. Your buy zone on Solana is this zone over here. That's the top of the box, which is $222.50. And the bottom of the box is the 218. We are nearly in the middle right now, which means I would personally buy it right now. Okay, and I'll explain to you the difference between if you're buying the top or the bottom of the box. Then the next thing is a stop loss. So I'm going to go through over here. I'm going to show you guys where to put a stop loss. A stop loss for this specific trade will be $212. 212 will be the stop loss. So let me remove this over here. Do you see on my chart, you will see this section here, this yellow box, that is where you would put your stop loss. Okay, so if you go to any part of your exchange, so like this over here, let me just show you. Okay, any part of your exchange over here, let me just show you on this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, on any of your positions, or let's say it may be, you'll put a stop loss. Now, guys, you don't have to. I just want to explain this now. On exchanges, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint here. Okay, you know you get spot trades, right? I personally don't use the spot section inside of the actual trade, inside of the actual exchanges, because to find a stop loss, I've given you guys a bunch of tutorials, is a little bit harder. So what I do is I use the leverage platform, okay, and I use it on a 1x, which means there is no leverage involved and there's no liquidation price. Why I like using that specific area, okay, and remember, you must also use it on isolated. You'll see on the top right-hand side, there's a mode there. You want to click it on isolated, right? Again, this is my trading portfolio, so it's not going to look exactly the same as yours now. But here, why I like that is because then you can see your entire position like this. You could see where your entry price is over here. You can click on this little button over here and you can put your stop loss in. So you can go to your leverage exchange now, which is your futures in any of your exchanges, your future section over here. You can go here and you can click on a 1x, okay, which means no leverage. Okay, and you can either enter again on a limit or a market order. And once you have opened up the position, you can actually come to any of the positions here and you can click this button here called a stop loss, SL. And you click that stop loss and you can put your stop loss amount over here and the actual price. Okay, so I'm going to give this to you now. Again, if you're stuck, go watch the tutorials. Let me give you guys this Solana. So there is your entry zone. There is your stop loss. Your take profit is over here. $255 to $260. And I'm going to show you why this is a good trade as well. So here, $255, $56, and there is the trade. So I'm going to open it up so you could see it. You take the trade today. If you've never taken a trade, use school fees money. This is not about making money. This is about you taking your first damn trade and not being afraid of it. Okay, so you go buy Solana. In this box, we're in the box right now, so I would buy it now. okay, stop loss is at $212 to $213, okay, and your take profit is anywhere in the zone, so I would just set it at $258. Okay, $258 would be your main take profit points over here. So to show you this now, in this first week, you learned something very important. And what that was is called a risk to reward ratio. Okay, when I take this trade here, the first thing I looked at was my risk. Okay, and I'm explaining this now because it's going to work for your investments, for your trades, for everything. Okay, and you get this tool over here, which is called the long position tool, which means I'm buying. I'm expecting the token to go up. Okay, and you can click that tool over there. And what this does is it obviously teaches you that risk to reward. Okay, and if you look right now, the first thing I calculated was my actual stop loss. The next thing I looked at once I was there is I then looked at where I wanted to set my take profits. So if you look at Solana as an example, the low bottom range at the moment on Sol, okay, is in this zone over here, and there is the high. So I'm looking at putting my stop loss on the important level at the low range, okay, and I'm looking to put my take profits at the top of the range over here. And that results, if we look at the actual trade itself, in a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 4. What that basically means is if I buy right now, I'm risking 4% of my capital. 4% if I get stopped out, okay? If I get the trade correct, I will make 16%. So what that's showing me is my risk to reward ratio is 1 to 4. And that means that I will lose a certain amount, but if I get it right, I'll make 4 times more than what I lose. Which means if I take this trade, this exact trade, 4 times, okay, and I get stopped out 4 times, and I get 1 win, I'm at break even. Okay, so a lot of people get into this thing where they have to win a lot of trades. No, a successful trader and investor wins 3 out of 10 trades or investments, and they are profitable. They make money. So that teaches you that you will take many losses within your journey, but your losses are this big, and every time you take a win, your wins are this big. Okay, so therefore you don't have to be this 10 out of 10 trader. You can be accurate 30% of the time, and you could be making money. Okay, and that's very powerful when it comes to an investment as well as a trade itself. So I'm going to show this now, and then I'm going to jump onto the next thing, which is very important. I want to show you guys. So jump back over here and just show you the trade again. You could take a photo. Okay, let me zoom it in so you could see it. And then I'm going to move on to the next. I want to give you this trade because I think the markets are going to go up, and I want you to be a part of it. Okay, so there is the trade. Take a photo. Let me know when we're good. Pop yes to the chat. I'm good. I got it. Okay, sweet. Now I'm going to move on. So guys, let's speak about the next thing. So I wanted to do that for those who are trading, because again, you're going to have something called a trading journal in your week 1, and I want you to fill this out. Okay, and I'll explain to you what a trading journal is in a second. So the first big thing you learned this week is something called a Wall Street cheat sheet, emotions. Okay, now emotions are the biggest thing that the market is it's run on emotions. People that are fearful, people that are bullish, people that are excited, people that are angry, people that are depressed, people that are happy. That's what you are literally getting. That's what's creating the market to be so volatile, right? And because the market's run with a lot of leverage, you see a lot of over-exaggeration. Okay, you see a lot of, like, when the market comes down this much, everyone gets liquidated, everyone gets destroyed, everyone's angry, right? When it goes up, everyone is going crazy. People are buying Lamborghinis, doing this sort of stuff. You've got a very, very accelerating market over here. But the main thing here is for you to start reading the emotions. And the emotions are going to become a tool for you on when you are buying and when you are selling. Okay, and the big thing he has to understand is you need to do completely opposite what you have been taught your whole life to do. Whenever someone sees something going good, they automatically want to go do it. Okay? The moment that they see prices go up, everyone wants to go up. The amount of messages that I got that when XRP did 500% in 1 week or 10 days, okay, everyone wanted to buy XRP and they're willing to sell their car to do it, okay? So everyone is so excited to chase all these things. Why? Because it's exciting. People are attracted to good emotions. The moment that they see super euphoria and stuff, they want to feel that. They want to be a part of it. They feel like they're being left out if they are not a part of that, okay? And then the other side of things is markets are coming down hard. When markets are coming down hard, the biggest question that I have, Sheldon, should I get out? Okay, I see everyone's panicking out. I see my bags are going down. I think I'm going to sell. I think I'm going to get out. So what you get is you get these emotions to the downside when things start going against what you thought, okay? And all you want to do is quit. Okay, so what we teach you here is that downside and that down emotions is actually the time that you are buying. Okay, you are feeding on that emotion. When you are seeing people depressed and angry and losing money, you are buying. That is the biggest trigger, and that's to be buying. Did you see how I sat on money for 10 to 12 days and everyone told me that I was crazy at that point? I just saw that everyone was rushing on this massive euphoria. They were so happy. The market's never going to go down. Everyone's making money. And I automatically do in my head, bank cash, Sheldon. Sit on a bunch of cash because no one is thinking straight right now and they're all fueling and they're chasing all these big candles. I sat on cash, okay? And a couple of days later, the market started to crash and it had a fast crash that came down very quickly. And all of those poor people that came flying in when the markets were pumping panicked out. The moment they went under pressure, they started selling and exiting. What did I do? I set limit orders and I bought every single one of them. Okay, and if you look now, you fast forward a couple of days later, okay, and you'll see that every single one of my trades that I took that day, a lot of them are all sitting in really good profits. Okay, I'm sitting in total 25% up on my portfolio, okay, at that point. So when everyone was worried and they're like, the bull market is over, the market is tanking, I had cash and I was buying. Okay, so we are so trained within our brains to be attracted to the good things, they don't understand that the bad times is the best time to be buying. When was the best time to buy Bitcoin? Okay, when there was the comments of recession, when FTX collapsed, when the biggest news events, CZ was going to go to jail, Binance was in trouble, all of these big things were happening, was the best time to ever buy Bitcoin. Right? When was the best time to ever sell Bitcoin? And this was in the last bull market. When the ETF was coming, when all of these big news, Elon Musk has joined, Elon Musk is taking Doge to $1. This big things in the world was the top of the last cycle. So whenever you hear the most bullish news on the internet and you hear the most amazing things about crypto, has always been the time to take profits and get out. Yet no one believed it. They were so stuck in this vision that we're only going to go up. Okay, and then when there was the worst time within the market, who remembers the COVID crash, right? Worst event ever. That was the best buying damn opportunity of your life. Okay, I don't know if you remember, but we saw ETH go to like $80. Okay, it's at 4,000 today. We saw Bitcoin go to $3,800. Best damn time of your life. So what you see here is you see emotions and you see this Wall Street cheat sheet. And I want to show you guys a couple of things because what that's going to teach you, here we go. So here are the massive emotions. And you could see this completely from the last cycle. Okay, when the market starts to recover over here, you get something called hope. People hope that Bitcoin's going to start to recover. It's going to hope it's going to start moving. Then Bitcoin starts making its way to all-time highs. People are start getting optimism now. Your smart people are saying, hey, time is, markets are going to wake up. Things are going to start moving. The optimism starts going. Bitcoin starts breaking up. Everyone starts believing in Bitcoin again. Okay, because I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago, no one believed in Bitcoin again. Okay, here they start believing. Then you start getting the thrill. You start getting the euphoria. You start to get this massive, and all that you could see here is look how there was no emotions, very little happening here. But the moment that price started to break areas, look how it just went faster and faster and faster and faster. Okay, it's the same way where you get super, super, super excited in anything. You know, in your days, when you started off your day, okay, and you wake up in the morning and your first trade went well. The next thing, your wife or husband is being great to you. Fantastic. You get there to the petrol station, and the attendant is nice to you. Okay, petrol's cheaper, gas is cheaper. Okay, you go inside. There's a special on your favorite drink. Okay, then you get to work, and your best friends, then your friends phoning you, and someone surprises you, and you're your family, and you just start going, and that's where your day starts getting better, right? Same to the downside. You wake up, you have a headache. You come downstairs, your dog pooped on your mattress, on your carpet. Then you walk there and your kid bumps their toe and they're crying the whole morning. Then you kick your toe on the floor. Then you get to work and you're stuck in traffic. And they say everything. So what you see is you see emotion and then you see an increase in emotion very quickly. And that is very clear over here that you see that this massive, that's just the emotion being printed. Okay, and it happens in your daily life. So those who tell me that they can't be traders, I say you are lying because you trade every day in your life. Every day you have these emotions. You have days where you get super, 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 super happy. And you get days where it just goes worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay, you actually have control of what you do when these emotions come through. So you already are a trader every day of your life. okay? And this is the important thing. So on the way up, then on the way down, when the markets come down, you feel anxiety. You feel sick to your stomach, right? Then you get denial. You start thinking, did I make the right decision? Then you start panicking. Oh crap, I didn't make the right decision. I'm in trouble. Then you capitulation. Then you get anger. You're angry now. Whoever got me in this, I hate them. I hate crypto. I'm done. I'm finished. Then you get depressed because you overextended. You put too much in. You didn't think about it. What you had, I had so much money. I never took profits. I never done these things. You start fighting within your own brain over here. Okay? Then the market starts again, disbelief, hope. Now, guys, what's crazy about it is you get different people in crypto, and I'm about to show you what these people think. Okay, you get a couple of categories, and I call it the food chain in crypto. And this is so important because, again, everything that I'm showing you now is going to help you trade daily, trade weekly, trade monthly, invest. It doesn't matter. It's the same concept, okay? But there's a food chain inside of crypto, okay? You get the ones, and I just put random animals, sea animals and things like that, because that for me is the different mentalities of the different groups inside of crypto. The realistic stats of crypto, guys, is 20% make 80% of the money, okay? And 80% make 20% of the money. So 80% of the people lose 80% of their money, okay, if not all of it, okay? And the 20% make 80% of the entire thing. And the only difference is the mentality. Okay, and the mentality and the strategies that they use, the control of the emotions. That's literally it. Okay, because it's so easy to make money in this market because one little red candle and millions of people are selling out of panic. Okay, which gives you volume for you to buy, right? So let me just take us off here for a second, just make sure that I got the right one. Okay, so what you have is you have these different categories. I call them whales, sharks, dolphin, and fish. This is very important to understand. Okay? It's your ecosystem. Here we go. Now, I showed you all of the emotions. Now, let me show you the different categories. Okay? Your whales. Your whales are the ones that buy in the hardest times. It is the ones that are there for what the actual project or whatever the token actually is. Okay? And they have the highest patience you can get in this game. They have a very high patience ratio. They can wait for a long time and accumulate and have conviction for a long period of time. They're usually your biggest money, okay? They're usually the ones that are believers in what's actually buying, because let's be realistic. Not a lot of people are here for the tech, right? Are you here because you believe in Bitcoin, or did you hear you're going to make money? You're here because you heard you make money, right? The difference, though, is Bitcoin's actually got a lot of incredible tech. It's actually new money that can really change the world. Those who know that are the ones that are buying in the hardest times. So you get these guys called whales. Then what you have next above them is you've got individual investors, and they're the next category. They're called sharks. They are also buying in very early stages, but they buy as soon as the market starts to progress a little bit and it starts to break. They can see it earlier, and they can see that just as we start breaking through, they start getting in. And then what you get is dolphins. Dolphins are those that are also, they have been through one or two cycles, okay? And they wait for higher time frame confirmations, okay? They waited for Bitcoin to break all-time highs, and then they got in. Okay, so when Bitcoin went to 69 or 70,000, all the dolphins came back because they were here last cycle. They're in. Okay, they never catch the bottom, never catch the top, but they're profitable traders. They're those that have a bit of experience, and they come within. Then what you have is your fish. Now your fish, I heard I'm going to make money. Okay, they come in, and they come in hot. They come in fast, and this is a lot of smaller people that come flying through the door. Okay, and they just come off that euphoria. They come off of that excitement, okay? And the moment that the market starts showing this belief and thrill, here comes your fish, okay? Your fish come flying in through the door very quickly. They literally want to get rich overnight, okay? And they come in and they put a little bit of irresponsible money, but they are not the biggest high-risk people in crypto. Your shrimp are. Your shrimp come right at the end. When Bitcoin is on TV, when it's on news stations, your shrimp come flying into crypto. This is a completely unexperienced, uneducated people that have never heard of crypto before, coming in, they want to make money, but they are coming in right at the end. And what's crazy is shrimp and fish are 70 to 80% of the entire crypto market. Okay, which means that only 20% of people in crypto are in these early stages over here. The other 80%, and think about it, there's what, 100 million users in crypto? 80 million of them come only at the end. okay? And they come in and they sell, they borrow money from friends, they sell their cars, they take on loans, they do whatever it is because they want to be rich overnight. They borrow money, they say, I'll trade for you, I'll do these things. They come in so damn fast and they come 100% very quickly on these emotions over here, which is thrill and euphoria. Those that bought XRP 1 week ago when XRP did 500x, that is called your fish and your shrimps. So your fish and your shrimps are the last one to the parties, and they are the ones that get completely wrecked. Okay. However, they don't quit until a certain stage. So what you have is when the markets are at its hardest points, you got your smartest, biggest investors. Then as it starts cracking up, you got your sharks and your dolphins. These are very prof. Those three there, you need to be one of those three categories. Okay. But now understand the difference. Understand the difference because this is very important. Coming back over here, what do your whales, sharks, and your dolphins feed on? Okay, what do they buy? They buy the denial, panic is your dolphins, your capitulation and your anger is your sharks and your whales, and depression. Okay, so these specific emotions over here is what the top food chain categories ones here, they only buy when those emotions are exposed. That's why every time we have dropped to a whale area, this was the hardest time in Bitcoin, where you saw Bitcoin fall from $10,000 to $4,000. There was only one category that was buying. And that category is so patient for those big events, okay, because they know that they come within crypto. That's when they buy, right? So your whale, shark, and dolphins, they wait for that certain emotion to expose itself. That is when they are buying. They never buy when it comes to the belief, thrill, and euphoria. They actually sell, okay? But I'll explain that in a sec. So that is what the smart, the people that actually make money in crypto, they buy in this depression and this emotion over here, where the fish and the shrimp only buy with the excitement and the happiness and the thing over here. That's why 20% of the market, okay, make all of this money over here, where all of these people over here, they go into this big downfall. So remember, you're buying, your denial, your panic, your capitulation, your anger, your depression, okay, this is where your people that make money in crypto, they buy on these emotions. Those who don't make money in crypto buy on belief, thrill, and euphoria. Now let's go look at when they sell. When do these categories sell? Okay, your whales and your sharks, they sell when there is massive hype and euphoria in crypto. Why? Because when the market is going up, you got to understand, when the market was going sideways, there's only 20% of people in crypto. But when the market is going up, you are literally 5 to 10 times the amount of people in crypto, which creates a lot of volume. Okay, which means that billions and billions and billions. I don't know if you've noticed, but crypto went from a $1.2 trillion asset in 2024 to a $3 trillion asset. $1.8 trillion came into crypto this year. Okay, that's how much money comes flying in when the excitement happens, which means all of those whales and sharks and those that accumulated in the hard times, they are able to sell into that because it's so easy to sell that there is volume. Okay, so your big holders, your all of these, do you guys remember, and those who don't know about it, I remember when Bitcoin was $40,000 last cycle, okay, and it crashed down to 20, okay, and 2 weeks later, we found out that Tesla sold their Bitcoin, okay, Elon and them sold their Bitcoin. They didn't, the market crashed and then they sold. It was when the market was pumping 2 weeks before that, pumping up, you only found out 2 weeks later. So they needed the hype and the excitement. Tesla's in Bitcoin, everyone, but yet you find out that they were actually selling out this whole time. Okay, and that's what you start to see, that this euphoria and this hype and all of these sort of things over here is the times of when they're getting out. So your whales and sharks, they sell on this emotion over here. They sell on belief, thrill, euphoria. Okay, and then your poor damn fish and shrimps, look at this. The moment that we see this excitement, your whales and sharks are selling. When the market starts to show high time frame, we're losing, let's say, a big trend or a big moving average or a very big level, then your dolphins are getting out. So your dolphins are getting in over here and they're getting out over there. They're not there for the top, they're not there for the bottom, they're there to be profitable. Okay, and they get out. And then look what happens. Your poor shrimp, okay, they bought this whole piece up over here, they hold all the way down over here. They hold until what? until the market goes into this anger and sideways depression phase. And this is the last straw for them where they quit. They give up. Okay, and in this time, look how it goes sideways. It doesn't go up or down, it goes sideways. And it makes them lose complete hope. 100% hope. They go depressed, they get angry, they get these things. And your whales that sold all the way up, over here, they come straight back down and they start accumulating again. So your whales, when this massive hype is happening, they're getting out. And when this big depression phase is in, your whales are buying from all of your shrimp and your fish again. Because when this market started coming down, your whales and your sharks and dolphins were out of the market. It was only your shrimp and your fish that were left. And then when it gets to the bottom here, your whales come up, take it all from your fish and shrimp. They get completely wrecked out. Guys, who was here last cycle and held all their coins? Say yes in the chat. And unfortunately, you are fish and a shrimp. Now, well done on not getting shaken out. Well done on not quitting and still being here today, because you can change it this time, okay? But you were a fish and a shrimp, okay? Because the whales got out way before you, and those who made a ton of money got out way before you, okay? And when you nearly wanted to quit at the bottom, and a lot of people did quit, okay? The whales were the ones buying. This whole year, we saw Bitcoin range for 6 months. No retail. I was getting 20,000 views on my show. I'm getting 100,000 views right now, okay? But who was accumulating? BlackRock, all of your ETFs. Who was buying? Your whales, right? Your whales were accumulating in the time where retail were not in there. Now, market's starting to wake up. I guarantee you in the next couple of months, big whales are selling into this pump. 100% they're going to sell into this pump. And all of the people that are flying into crypto and flying all of this stuff, they fish and shrimps. Okay, so to show you guys where the market is right now, and I'm going to show you why this is so important over here. Okay, it's just understanding that these emotions they're literally so important to read, because if you are a day trader and investor, it doesn't matter. You are going to stick to the same format. So where this market is right now, guys, we're about to go into the fish and shrimp stage. Okay, and this is on Bitcoin itself. Altcoins are still earlier. I'll explain to you where altcoins are right now. But when it comes to Bitcoin, you are now entering the fish and the shrimp stage, which means price is going to start accelerating very quickly. Okay, you're going to start to see the biggest euphoria, biggest excitement on Bitcoin. And you can see my shrimp is all the way up here at $180,000 to $200,000. I see this getting reached in the next 6 to 9 months. Very, very, very quickly. All of your whales that accumulated in this time over here. And I actually want to show you guys a chart. If you don't believe me, right? Do you see at the bottom over there? What do you see? You see a volume, right? Where do you see the highest volume? Where do you see the highest volume push? Here, right? Do you see it? That's your whales, baby. That's your whales and your sharks. Look at the most buying in crypto that you ever got in a long period of time over here. Look when it happened. Okay, when price was not going up. When price was at this big stage over here. Now that you're seeing is price is going up. Why? Because your whales are in. They got in a long time ago. This is just your retail that are flying through the door. And this is what's going to give them ability to sell into that massive pump that happens very quickly at any different moments. Okay, so what that comes down to, guys, is every trade that you take or every investment that you take, things start slow and they speed up. So whenever there is a crash, the market goes sideways, then it starts to recover, and then it starts to speed up, right? So I always teach you, whenever you want to start a trade or investment, okay, you want to start a trade, especially if you want to trade to the upside. Once the market has crashed and once it is going sideways, this is the area that you're paying attention to. Okay, you want to get in this phase over here when the market is depressed. Okay, and it's in that anger sort of state. That's where you start your trades. And when it starts to speed up, you take profits. Okay, and then what will happen is it will push like this, then it will do this, and then it will crash again. Do this, and then it will do it again. So when the speed up part comes is when you are actually exiting and starting to take profits. Then you are sitting on cash, and when you see the next crash happen, a couple of days later, a couple of weeks, depends on the part of the portfolio, you wait for it to crash. You don't catch a falling knife. There's a big saying in crypto, don't catch a falling knife, right? When something falls, don't catch the knife because you're going to cut your hand. Let it hit the floor, then you pick the knife up. And that's a very valuable tool that you learn within trading is let it crash. Don't touch it. Okay? But when you see it go sideways, It's crashed now. Now it's going sideways. That's when you go and you pounce. That's when you go and you start to look. Okay, and you start to get interested, and then it goes into disbelief and start to speed up very quickly. So these emotions is very important to understand, because the next part here that I want to show you is, do you see on top over here, you get something called time frames, right? You got a 15 minutes, you got a 1 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, daily, weekly, and monthly. Okay, and you get many more as well. You click this down, you can see all the different, but these are the main ones that you use over here. Okay, so what you're getting is many different time frames, but you're getting the same token. Okay, so it's not that you're looking at different tokens, looking stuff, you look at the same token, you're looking at different data. Okay, so what that's basically showing you is different specific data on Bitcoin. So if you look at a 1 hour chart, it's showing you data for the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, which means if you are someone that wants to trade for the day, you only need to look at the 1 hour chart and know if you should be going long or short. You shouldn't care what the daily or the weekly or no, because you just want to know what's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, if you look at the 4 hour chart, the 4 hour chart shows you what's going to happen the next 3 days. Okay, the 8 hour chart's the next 5 to 7 days, the 12 hour the next 10 to 12 days, the daily the next 30 days, the weekly the next 3 to 6 months, the monthly the next year to 2 years. Okay, so when you are a trader or investor, you're only focused on one specific time frame. But now let me show you something. Let's jump in here to Bitcoin as an example. Okay, and let's go look at a different time frame. Okay, so what you have over here is you could start to see, for example, market has now started to drop off. Okay, very quickly over here, and you could see that the moment that the market sped up, do you see how it came to an end? Okay, so this would be a lot of excitement, a lot of this down. Now the market is starting to go sideways. This is the best time for you to pay attention here, because in the sidewaysness, everyone that got excited a couple of hours ago are in a very short-term depressed stage. They're upset. And when they started to get down here, they started to get panicked out. And in this time, this is where you should be getting ready to start your trades. So all of these emotions that you will see them on a 1 hour, you will see them on a 4 hour. Do you see here on the left-hand side? Let me show you here as well. This was the other day. Okay. Do you see how the moment Bitcoin sped up, it didn't last, right? But also, do you see how price came down very hard? Okay. And what's that? That's your capitulation stuff. Then you do see how it had your anger stage over here. Then you see how it had the depression stage. Okay. This is the time where you get ready to take a trade. Okay, and again, I will teach you all the tools and all the trend lines and all the stuff that you need to know exactly where to buy and sell. But off of emotions alone, this is where all of those that FOMO'd in here exited, and those who got ready to buy, this was the time to do it over here. And from here, it started slowly and sped up. Right? So all these different time frames, you will see that before we started any of these dumps or pumps or anything like that, you will see the market's cheat sheets play out multiple times. Look how when the market pumped incredibly quick, how it didn't last. When were you supposed to trade? When the market went sideways over here. Okay, so the time frames here will show you different data, but you will see the same emotions get played out multiple times. Guys, I want to see if everyone is still alert. Can I have yeses in the chat? I'm learning, I'm understanding. Why this is important is because emotions is going to help you guys a lot. Market's red right now. If you're not getting ready for buys, okay, and stuff like that, you got it wrong. People are getting panicked now, right? Oh, it's going to go down or whatever. Again, it's not to say it's not going to keep going down, but you are focused now. When the market's going up, you're in and you got your take profits and you're set. But you're not, you must pay attention when the market is on special and it is showing depression and anger and fear and all of these specific things to the downside. That's when you are paying attention. When the market is speeding up, you are done. You are not chasing pumps. You're not going into these things. That is where the traps come. And I showed you guys that the whales and that is the ones that sell into that. Can I see the yeses? Let's see. We're learning. Finally got it. Amazing. So you get these big things. Now, guys, the next things as well is what you will see in the week one as well is when you understand the emotions. I want you to print your cheat sheet and put it on your wall, right? Because that's something whenever you want to trade for the day, you're waiting for a pullback. You're waiting for price to slow down. Then what you're doing is you're putting a trend line and you're using some basic TA tools. And when you see the breaker trend, that's when you get in. Everyone thinks I'm a genius with the charts. No, I just know there's my emotional cycle. I knew everyone was drunk 10 days ago. So I sat on cash and I had a trend line at the bottom and I waited. The moment the market crashed, we got limit orders, went sideways, I got in. right? And that's why my positions are in over here. I just understood where the market was emotionally without even putting any trends or anything on the charts. The trend lines and the charts and the stuff you learn next week, that is what shows you exactly buy Bitcoin at 102.567. Put your stop loss at 107.77. But when it comes to the basics and the concept, whenever you want to open a trade to the long or the downside, you have to see the emotion move. If you want to short the market, which means you make money when the market comes down, you've got to short after a pump. Okay, but not just a pump. Pump, slow down. Okay, so I want to show you guys the same thing. Look at this over here, and I'll show you on Bitcoin. Let's go to the last cycle over here. Right, quickly over here and show you. Look at this. So you see this time here in Bitcoin. This is how you know, when things start to slow down. Look at this. Pump, slow down, reverse, slow down, pump, slow down, reverse, slow down, push. Okay, so all of these things over here, look at these slowdown periods. And next week, I'll show you these patterns, which pattern this is. Because you get a continuation, you get a reversal pattern. This was a reversal pattern. This was a continuation pattern. This was a reversal pattern. Okay, and I want to show you over here as well. This over here was a reversal pattern. Okay, you will learn these patterns. When do I add to positions? When is it a bad signal? Even right now, Bitcoin's got to get going. Like, look at this. I just want to this is called a continuation pattern, called a bull flag, right? Over there. Right now, Bitcoin must go. And the moment that Bitcoin starts either doing this or doing this, we start to get worried because that is a reversal. Right now, we're still good and we are strong. Okay, so all of the slowdown is when you get ready to trade. That's going to teach you not to chase pumps or dumps. You're going to wait for the market to calm down. When it's calmed down, then you get ready to trade. See how price slowed down and then crashed, slowed down and then pumped. Okay, slowed down and then pumped, slowed down and then crashed. Okay, you can see it very much within that. And again, a lot of the tools in that will help. So once you got these emotions, what we start doing then is you start building this, you start building a rule system, right? Your rule system is don't buy the market when it's dumping incredibly hard, okay? And that's a very important thing to do. It's telling you to wait, but what's also there to do is to say, if I get trades wrong 2 times, take a break. If I do this, take a break. If I win 3 times, take a break. Okay, so these rule systems are things that are very important. And you also have your trading journal. Guys, I told you to take a Solana trade right now. When you're done with that trade, in either way that's played out, I want you to jump to the 5-minute chart, and I want you to trade another 4 times. By doing that, you are going to get your data and see how good are you out of 5 right now. You get 1 out of 5, you get 3 out of 5, you will see. And when you win or lose that trade, I want you to put next to the trade, why? Why did you win or lose? Okay, I got stopped out because I put my stop loss here. Next trade, I got stopped out because I put my stop loss here. What you will see is repetition. You will see that when you are losing, you're doing the same thing every time. And why a trading journal is so important is because whenever you are stuck, you just track 3 of your trades and you will see that you're doing the same mistake multiple times. And the moment you fix that little mistake, you start to go. For example, how many times do you guys get stopped out? Put in the chat now. I get stopped out all the time. I get stopped out. I'm getting stopped out all the time. And every time I get stopped out, the market pumps. Okay, say yes in the chat or ones. I get stopped out. And every time I get stopped out, the market goes up after. Right? Did you ever think about putting a buy limit order where you would put your stop loss? Did you ever think about that? So were you about to enter a trade and you're going to put your stop loss here? But you are such a consistent trader because you get stopped out all the time, right? You get stopped out, you get your butt stopped out all the time and the market goes up after. So why don't you put your limit order where you were going to put your stop loss? Okay? Only your trading journal will tell you something so simple. It will tell you you're doing the same thing every damn time, which means you are consistent. And consistency is one of the best things to have in trading. To be consistent, to do these sort of things. So next time you're going to say, oh, I'm about to put my stop loss here. Do me a favor, put your stop a little bit low and put a buy order where you were going to put your stop loss. And you'll see you'll start to become a very good trader. Okay? That is what a trading journal will do. It will tell you to make one little tweak and everything starts to come right. Okay, because you already know so much, you already have your whole motor built. You just got to fine tune the motor sometimes. Okay, and your trading journal is going to do that. Okay, so by not seeing that and not having a trading journal, you are never going to see the repetition and the mistakes that are happening all the time. That's why a trading journal you can always fall back on. Okay, and again, I really believe that you guys already know 50 to 90% of what you need to know to make money in crypto. Okay, but you need to be able to pick up on the mistakes and the reputation early enough. Then what you do is you create rules to protect you from going into bad habits. You know yourself. You know that you're a FOMO or a fearful trader, or you will get to know yourself when you start trading more often. You need to make rules that protect you from that. Me personally, guys, I have a very strong gambler's mentality. It was what my dad did a lot. My dad was a very big gambler. Okay, so I got taught a lot of these things, and there's times where I can get extremely greedy, extremely, where I will make a life-changing trade, and I can't sit on cash. The moment I take cash, and me and my mom have spoken about this before, there was something where maybe I didn't believe that I deserved cash, or I don't know what it was mentally, right? But I just couldn't sit on cash. I had to literally, I would make life-changing, a massive trade, and I have to get in straight away again. I just can't sit on money. Okay, therefore, the fact that I even know that about myself now and these sort of things, I now have rule systems and I have to stick to them. Every time I go against my rule system, I get my ass whipped every time. So I get humbled, and then I go back to basics. Okay, so even though you may not listen to them all the time, when you do get smacked, you will go back and listen to them and you'll get back on track very quickly. It's not about how hard you get hit, right? How fast you get back up and keep going again. That's the important thing. Losses are losses, but you don't lose if you learn, right? And all of these massive things over here as well. So guys, can I have a bunch of yeses in the chat over here? I've learned a lot today. We're going to jump on now and get a bunch of everyone on. To answer a bunch of things. Next week is the full charting, full charting, full everything, and then obviously buzz after that. But for now, there's a bunch of questions on this, okay? And I would like to jump into this. So, Jiv, let's bring you on. Can we have Jiv on, please?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me
yes,
and
yes,
see me
yes,
now?
yes. We can. Amazing.
Finally.
Cool, guys. Straight after Jiv here, then we jump onto the questions.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so earlier you couldn't see me and hear me, but here I am right now. So hi, everyone. Just a few things. I just want to elaborate on this rule system for you guys that Sheldon just spoke about. Keep in mind that it's always adapting. Every single time you lose, you're not losing, you're learning. So adapt and write your new rule system down. So just keep that in mind. And I saw a few comments there in the comment section asking about where you can actually find those tutorials that Sheldon was talking about, the Bybit tutorial and all of those. So I'm quickly going to share a screen with you and your dashboard. You guys get familiar with your dashboard because this is where you will find everything. When you scroll down, when you go in here by the Sniper Toolkit, you will see there are a few tutorials that are up there. The Trading View tutorial is how we chart. So that's a very important one. Secondly, there is also a Bubbles tutorial. That's how we catch our coins. Also a very, very important tutorial to go and watch. And Sheldon has put it there for you. If you scroll down even more, you will see at the leverage section, the number 21 leverage section, when you go in there, you will find Bybit. He has done the tutorial for Bybit, how to use it, how to use leverage, and how to take a trade on Bybit. Also, tomorrow, Sheldon will be dropping a 𝗍𝗡𝗑 tutorial at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, South African time. So for those who are asking about the 𝗍𝗡𝗑 and the one that he is currently trading on, he will be dropping that one tomorrow morning, just to let you all know about that. Okay. Secondly, I just want to introduce you guys as well to another platform that Sheldon has currently met in Dubai, and we are going to be doing a lot of things with him. But we have something special for you guys with CoinW. And for all of you right now, CoinW is giving you, it's until the 21st of December. So till next week, Saturday, they are all giving you $50 as you go into the trade, as you start putting in all your details. So the minute you download, you open up your account, they give you a starting $50, which is absolutely amazing. Then you get up to trading bonuses, up to $200 trading bonus. So go check that out because it's exclusive for the school members that actually go in here. Then Bitfunded, Sheldon speaks about Bitfunded a lot on his show. And this is an opportunity for those that don't have the money right now to put into trading. There is a a trading opportunity that you can go for, $79, and you get $5,000 to trade with. So if you kind of lose and you don't know what you're doing, you're only losing $79, which is much better than 5,000 what you're playing with. So that's a great one. Then Banter Crypto Bubbles. The Bubbles is having a Bitcoin. They are literally, you can win a Bitcoin. So just go check it out, because that is something that it's very lucky to win a Bitcoin, guys. It's a lot of money. And then Sniper Club. I'm not going to stop speaking about Sniper Club. This is one of the best platforms or the best communities that you can go and join. Sheldon has literally put everything in this, and he's got his entire team, which I'm going to bring on now. And then we're going to do Q&A. Just a few rules with the Q&A, guys. Please, one question, not more than one. Strictly trading questions. There is a Discord for you guys. The school Discord is available for you to ask any questions, as many questions as you like. And please, let's just be respectful of everyone and ask questions that we can learn from. So firstly, I'm going to bring on Craig. Hello, Craig. I'm going to bring on Mama Sniper Danny, and I'm going to bring on OG Jason. All of them are in the house. Hello. They are absolutely amazing, and they're here to answer everyone's questions. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
So I saw that Ed's hand was up the entire time. So I'm going to give Ed an opportunity to come forward and ask his question. Ed, please just unmute yourself so that we can hear your question.
Hello.
Let me see. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is actually like, I think my third or fourth class. I started a while ago and just been following along. One of the questions I have is based on leverage. So I don't know if that's appropriate for this class or not, but